Good morning. I wish I could be with you today to talk about a topic that means quite a bit to me, but I find myself in Norway, one of our strongest NATO allies. I want to thank everyone at the Committee on the Present Danger China, particularly Brian Kennedy, Roger Robinson, and Frank Gaffney. I have always said there is a place at the table for China if it respects the rules-based international order. Unfortunately, China continues to flout the rules that keep us all secure and enable commerce to flourish. Beijing has a clear public record of coercion, influence, operations, and military actions that threaten the sovereignty of other nations and regional stability. China has engaged in state-directed IP theft, human rights abuses, cybercrime against our military and our suppliers, large-scale surveillance and espionage. They also have violations of international law of the sea, coercion of developing nation to acquire ports, attempts to control the South China Sea, and the establishment of a polar silk route in the Arctic. Incredibly, the retirement funds of American service members may soon help fund these activities. As I wrote in the Wall Street Journal, the decision by the Federal Retirement Thrift Investment Board to invest in the All Countries World Index will support Chinese companies that the United States has labeled as sanction violators, fraudulent actors, IP thieves, and human rights abusers. We must stand with our Indo-Pacific allies and partners against China's violations instead of underwriting its behavior. Even if I was to acquiesce to the argument of investors who believe national security and human rights should not be parameters for consideration in a true return model, I would still mandate that Chinese listed enterprises file and report as required both by the SEC and PCAOB as all other listed companies do. The Memorandum of Understanding between the SEC and the CCP Finance Authority must be dissolved, and Chinese companies need to report like every other listed company, to include full audit reports with working papers, material risk to shareholder value, board composition to include party member affiliation. Thank you for letting me join you from afar, and thank you for your continued focus on this very important topic. It's a whole of government competition on both sides of the fence.